Good morning, my honorable lecturer. Good morning, everyone. I'm Nimari-Sinta Savitaningsih. I would like to explain three other internal factors affecting success in language learning, namely personality, motivation, and prior knowledge. So the first one is personality. Personality refers to a set of features that form an individual and then become their characteristics. This definition is according to Kasina 2014 and according to Samanan Susard 2013. People with positive personality will be able to learn faster and easier than people with negative personality, such as lack of self-esteem, inhibition, anxiety, introversion, and fear of risk tasking. The next one is according to Ellis 1986 and Lightbound 200 in Kasna 2014, they state that there are several most important personality factors while learning second language. So the first one is introversion and extroversion. Introversion refers to a personality where the person prefers to learn or spend their activity alone, while extroversion refers to a person who prefers being social and doing things with other people. It influences the language learning, this introversion and extroversion, because introversion might hinder the person to develop their oral skills because they tend to spend their time alone, while extroversion leads to more direct practice, so they can practice their English or other language directly with other people. The second one is self-esteem. So self-esteem refers to self-confidence or the ability to believe they can succeed in any activities. So according to Kasina 2014, learner self-confidence comes from the feedback from their peer and the teacher while they're learning. So it strongly affects learners' confidence in performing the language if the peer and their teacher give negative feedback. So the teacher must need to pay attention to their students while they're performing. The next one is inhibition. So inhibitions directly link with risk tasking. Inhibition discourages the risk tasking, which is important in learning process because according to Kasina 2014, if people fear to fail without trying first, then they will not be able to grow. They will not be able to develop their knowledge and skills. So, people who learn need to take a risk. They need to make mistake and then they need to be able to learn to solve their mistake. The next one is anxiety. According to Brown 1994, in Kasina 2014, anxiety is defined as the feelings of uneasiness, frustration, self-doubt, and worry. So, anxiety is not bad, but too much of it or too little of anxiety will bring negative effect. So, a bit of self-doubt is needed because it helps you to become not to become careless, while too little Anxiety will make you arrogant. The next one is empathy. Empathy refers as the willingness and capacity to feel what others feel. So, Kasina 2014 emphasized the involvement of other people's feelings and ideas and how people place themselves in certain situations is stated as empathy. And then Guerra 1972 and Guerra et al. 1972 considered empathy as essential factor in all ability to learn a second language. So it is an essential factor. The next one is motivation. And then according to Orogilo, Orogilo and Vayadi 2011, motivation refers to a will, passion, and desire to do things and to achieve something. Students who have intrinsic motivation will study on their own because they want to and the material is interesting and fun. This statement is according to Desi 1975 as mentioned in Jabari 2013. So actually there are two types of motivation, intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Here I will only explain about intrinsic motivation because uh, I'm only explaining about internal factors. So in intrinsic motivation, it refers to the will of the students. So what they want, what they desire, what their goal, their own set of goals. It is what they it is what will be called as intrinsic motivations, and that is needed. So by having that motivation, they will want to explore more about the language on their own. And then the rewards will be their satisfactions or the feelings of competence and self-determinations. If the learners understood the importance of learning the language for their life, as well as other reasons stated by Oliva 1972 and Jafari 2013, the chance to succeed in language learning will become higher. So, we need to tell the students why they need to learn a particular material, in this case language, because if they know the importance of learning language for their own self, then they will be more willing to explore more about the material and will be motivated to search the information better and practice the language on their own. The next one is prior knowledge. So prior knowledge, according to Haile-Kari, Katajafori and Lindblom Ilan 2008, prior knowledge refers to all of the previous knowledge that is dynamic in nature and have been learned, which consists of different types of knowledge and skills. So there are two types of prior knowledge according to them: declarative knowledge and procedural knowledge. So why is it important? Why prior knowledge important? It's because uh, before that I will explain about the type first. So the first type of prior knowledge, declarative knowledge, it is about the knowledge that people only understood on the surface. So declarative knowledge usually called as rote learning or knowledge telling. This prior knowledge leads the students to have the capability to answer simple reproduction tasks without integrating or applying the knowledge. Meanwhile, procedural knowledge is defined as the ability to integrate knowledge and able to relate the relationship between concepts. It also leads the students to have the capability of applying the knowledge in problem solving situations. So while declarative only defined as the knowledge that people understood on the surface, only in theories, but the procedural, it is the knowledge that can be applied. So the why it is important, having prior knowledge that consists of more procedural prior knowledge and able to integrate prior knowledge at the beginning of the course will contribute to students' achievement and lead to succeed in learning process. So when they can have procedural knowledge, they will be able to learn the language better because they already know how to apply or integrate the language or the prior knowledge at the beginning. However, if they only know the theories, I mean the declarative knowledge, then uh, they will not be able to what is it to apply it there, at the beginning of the course. So people might have different prior knowledge. They might have declarative knowledge or most of them might have procedural knowledge. Teacher needs to know their prior knowledge so they can make better strategies in teaching the language, so all of the students will be able to apply and integrate the knowledge at the end of the lessons. So I think that's all from me. Thank you and have a nice day.